Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, where Simon and myself film a video every day and present ourselves solving a Sudoku or some similar puzzle. There's 2 videos a day. We rush them out every day so that you get the maximum amount of content. You can try and solve the puzzles on the link under the video first, and then you can watch our solve, or you can just watch our solve and learn from the techniques, or you can just watch our solve and cheer us on as we try and conquer these puzzles that get sent in by some of the best minds in the world. Now, today we're going to have a Snake Sudoku, and that will have some of you burying your head in your hands and going, I'll just watch. But I'm told that if you want to cut your teeth on a Snake Sudoku, today's the day to try and do it, which is interesting. I don't know. We'll see what we get. I think, I don't know, the name Tsunami, it's the sort of name that, although I think this may be a debut, might well turn out not to be a debut. And I'm not sure. Sorry, Tsunami. I really should know better, but it's the sort of name that might well have appeared. It's actually the sort of name that a different constructor might have chosen. But anyway, there's definitely been a pun on Tsunami amongst our constructors before. Sudoku or something. No, I don't know. Anyway, apparently, give it a go. It's not too bad. That's what I've been told. So I'm encouraged by that. I'm certainly prepared to take it on under those circumstances. I'll go through the rules in a minute. First of all, don't forget that every month on Patreon, we bring out content for our Patreons, especially on the first of the month. And you normally get about 20 days to try and finish a Sudoku hunt or similar and send us a solution to be in with a chance of a prize. And then there's other content during the month. There'll be a very hard crossword solve from me every month, and then just other things that may take our fancy, like a kid's Sudoku hunt or interesting discussions about puzzles. Sometimes there's other videos. So plenty of content on Patreon. Do check it out. It's always worth a look. And you can also go to the Discord server, where there's a very warm, welcoming community. Often the same people who populate the comments under the videos, but often others. And some of the best constructive minds in the world are over there as well. So do dip your feet in to that very warm bath. And you can also try our apps. Another welcoming embrace, and loads of quality puzzles there. So those other things around the channel. Let's have a look at this puzzle, which will be the first link under the video, and I'm going to go through the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so we'll be putting 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Now we have to draw a snake, which is a 1-cell wide path, whose head and tail are given by the grey cells. So I'm guessing that could look like this path. The snake may touch itself diagonally, but not orthogonally. So it could look maybe like that. If that was all grey, that might be the snake. Do you see, it touches itself diagonally down here, but it's not allowed to touch its body somewhere else with a full edge, as it were. So that's the way that the snake will work. All cells that are part of the snake contain odd digits. So that's how we're going to determine it. An X between 2 orthogonal cells, or a domino, implies that one of the cells, but not both, must be part of the snake. So either this 5 or this cell is part of the snake and not the other, which is an interesting rule. Now, why I would have thought, even if I hadn't heard that this was manageable, is there's as many given digits as you get in some classic Sudokus. So I was hoping that the snake can only help, but I suppose we have 2 tasks this time. We have to populate the grid with digits and find the snake. So maybe it's a little tougher than I'm expecting. We'll see. Do give it a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to restart the puzzle and begin now. Let's get cracking. So, do we start? I tell you what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to colour the even digits blue, and they're a barrier that the snake can't go through because it's only odd digits. And look, that tells us about this let's call it the tail because it's the lower end of the snake. It can't get through up here, so it must come out down below. So we've got at least one cell of the snake done there. And that, indeed, is we can fill it in because the snake is entirely composed of odd digits, and this digit sees a 1, 3 and 7 in the column and a 9 in the row, so that's a 5. There's a start. Actually, I'm tempted to do a bit of Sudoku to start with, for once. So one of those has to be a 7. One of these two has to be a 5. We've got a 6 here. That's given, basically, now that we got that 5 done. 4 in the first column has to be here. So there is a lot of Sudoku. In fact, I can finish the first column just like that. Now, remember, we're not colouring all odd digits. We were told that this is the head or tail, so that 9 isn't in the snake. And the snake is not going to come down through the 6, so it's got a turn there. So that is the digit that is in the snake on that domino, and then it must continue to that 9. This digit is 3 or 7. Has to be odd for the snake rule. 7, 2, 4, 6. One of these is an 8, and it's not here in the grey head of the snake. And therefore that's 8. This must, the snake, that's blue, isn't it? I'd forgotten to keep colouring blue. The snake can't go through there. So look, we get a whole idea of where the snake goes. It's not allowed to go to here because it only touches one digit on each X. So in fact, yes, I can make those two blue by that rule. I'm going to make this blue. Blue is not just for even digits now, it's for non-snake digits. And the snake can't be there. And in fact, this blue colour is not different enough. I'm going bright blue. There we go. Blue is the barrier, grey is the snake. So the snake can't go in up here, or it would never get out. Right, now more Sudoku, more Sudoku. We've got 5, 6, 1, 8, 9. One of these is a 4. One of these is a 7. It can be on the X, doesn't have to be even. In fact, that is definitely odd because it sees 8, 6, 4 and 2. This is 1 or 3. Oh yes, these are all odd. Oh, all of these are odd, so that makes no difference here. In fact, that must be even because if all of those are odd, all of these are odd because of box 1. Those are odd because of the snake. So that's the only place left for an even digit in column 2. That's quite neat. This must be a 3-4 pair because 7 can't be amongst them. That is now 7. Let's remove the corner marks. 3-4 pair looking up at the head of the snake, which is a 1. And this is now 7 and 2, and we can fill them in. 2 is blue, he said in a rhyming manner. This is a 1 to finish the box. 3, 5, 9 up at the top. That can't be 9, that can't be 5. We'll have to resolve those later. There's a 2 here, just by Sudoku from the absolute get-go. Then, and there's a 1 here in row 8. Now that can be on the snake. The 2 can't be. That is even, so that's definitely blue. And the snake is going to have to come through all the X's, of course, because each X has a cell on the snake. 2, 1, 5, 4 is somewhere up here. That's not very helpful. The snake is going to have to come into one of those cells. And it can't just hit that one and get away. So it must come through that cell. And therefore it needs an entrance and an exit. It can't be those two or the snake would touch itself, which would be naughty. So it must come through there and go on that way. It can only use one of the X cells, I've just remembered, which I wasn't remembering before, but I've got it now. So now the snake, I have a feeling it's going to have to come down the right-hand side of here, but it's just a feeling, it's not proof yet. But this is odd, and it's not 1, 9 or 5. This is odd, and it's not 1 or 5. In fact, we've got the 5 odd digits in this row. So these other two are 6 and 8, and that's placed 7 in box 2, which is good. And 6 or 8 are even and therefore blue. So the snake must come down to here. Then it's not allowed here because of the X rule, so it goes there. Those given digits are on the snake, and then they must join up. Ah, not here. Look, this digit C is 1, 5, 9, 7, and 3. So that is even. Don't know which even digit it is, but I know it's blue. So that's grey and odd. And I'm prepared to guess it's, well, I think it's going to be 5, but I don't know. Now I've got a 3, 5 pair in the row. This is a 6, 7 pair. That has become 8, therefore, because of that pair that I'm using. This is 3 or 8. Now, where does this snake go? It doesn't go up into the corner, or it would end. So it comes down here, and that must be the 7, because snake only hits odd cells. So that's going to have to be odd. Can't be 1, 5, 7, or 3. That's a 9. And this, we've got all 5 odds in this row, in fact. So this is even, and therefore blue. And therefore the snake doesn't go there, it must go this way. So I was right, it comes down the outside here. It's got to go there. That's all 5 odd digits in box 6. So then it must come out into the other box. I can colour those blue because they're even. And now we've just got to join the snake up with these bits. I wonder if they go through here, I don't know. I think I do know that they do go through this one at least, but we'll hold fire on that. 2, 4, and 6 still to play, so that's 4 or 6. This is 2 in the row. Still haven't done that 3, 5 pair. Ah, we can do this now because of the 9 we put in the grey. This is a 1, 4, 9 triple. That must be a naked 4. 1 and 9 there. This is 3, 5, or 8, and I don't know which. And I can't even type them. Right, 5, 8, and 6 in these cells. That one is not 6, that one is not 8. This one, of course, has to be odd because of the snake. So that really helps with that column. Those go blue, the snake can't get into here, that's blue. This is grey. We know the number because we've got 5, 7, 9, and 1 in the row. So that's 3. Now, these are all even in this row, so they go blue. The snake has to come down here, and that must be a 3. 4 there is blue. So the snake definitely comes here. It's going to pass through one of these 2 cells. Anyway, this must be 7 because it can't be 4 on the snake. That's a 4. We've got 5 and 9 to go there. 4, 6, and 8 in these blues. 5 or 9, so that could easily be on the snake, but what else is in this row? 2, 7, 3. The 2 has to be here by Sudoku, and that's interesting because that is not on the snake. 2 is even, therefore it's blue. So that's on the snake. Now by the X rule, it's not allowed to hit that cell, and it must go there, and that completes our snake. Everything else can now be coloured blue because it would form a different snake. There is only 1 in this puzzle. And now we just get to finish off, I think, the numbers, which may not be as straightforward as I was thinking. Not sure where 3 goes in row 5. Ah, I know where 9 goes in row 6. That's got to be here. 7 in row 6 is there. Of course, all these odd digits in box 6 are doable. So maybe let's keep focusing on the odd digits. 3 is in one of those 2. There's 7 there, looking down at this pair. That fixes where the 3 is. In row whatever, row 5. Sorry, pardon my laxity. 1, 6, and 8. That is 6 or 8. So this must be 1 in box 5. That is also 6 or 8. We've got some evens to sort out. 5 there has proved this one a long time ago and I didn't spot it. 9 and 1. Now we need one more odd digit. It's a 3 in column 5. There it is, and that's going to resolve all the remaining odds. and an 8 at the top, which does a bit of work. Ah, now, are these resolved? These must be resolved somehow. What am I missing here? Oh, I'm missing a 6 there. There must have been some other thing I was missing to be a counterpart to that 6, but I don't know what that was. 4, 8. And there we go. That isn't too bad at all. Just under 11 minutes for a snake puzzle. 1 solve. There we are. And that's fine, isn't it? I mean, I think we can all manage that. We just have to pay reasonably careful attention to making sure the snake is travelling along odd digits, follow the rules about the X's, and we get brought home fairly easily. Thank you, Tsunami, for giving us a snake introduction. Not a naughty snake at all. It did touch itself diagonally once up there, but never orthogonally, and it was a fun solve. So that's what we like puzzles to be about, and I hope you had a go at it. I hope you enjoyed it. Do leave a comment if you did. Especially if it was your first snake puzzle. That's always fun if that happens. And thank you very much for watching. We'll be back again with 2 videos tomorrow. It's what we do. Bye for now.